Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick update video with respect to some upcoming events here right around the corner. But more importantly, you guys may have noticed logging in that there is in fact now a new splash art screen featuring Thunderstrike. So obviously every time there's a big update, I always like to double check in the data mines, and we do have some information now on what's potentially coming, especially with the new Danger Room. But more on that in a bit here, because most of us have been asking the question on, when is the next running here of KNULL Shards? When exactly is KNULL going to be back and returning for more shard opportunities, especially for those of you that haven't maximized on his full 7 yellow stars? Well, rest assured, guys, we got some good news on that as well, because it does look like his Battle World event is coming back, and there's going to likely be some changes as well, especially given how, in my opinion anyways, the Battle World 2.0 featuring Sentry in Sentry City has been a more difficult and funner version of Battle World, and I think they're going to be adding in some tweaks along the way as well. So let's get into it. First and foremost, just taking a look at the data mines here. As you can see, there is going to be a new Multiversal No milestone event, and you can see here we're going to be gaining progress in this by collecting the Clintar from the Echoes of the Abyss. Earn more sigils together. Good luck, Commander. So remember, these are the global milestone events where typically they like to give us a teaser here or there of the next potential team. We kind of saw that with Brimstone previously, right? Where they, showcased Doctor Strange Heartless. Elsa was also there, and then that's when we saw the release of Brimstone. And we also saw that with Mortal Weapons, where both the Iron Fists were getting featured, and then obviously the announcement of Immortal Weapons shortly followed after that. We also see here in the next Battle Pass Season 61, there's going to be an opportunity for more shards of Superior Spider-Man, in addition to sigil currencies, which have been amazing in terms of just farming some of the newest characters coming to Marvel Strike Force. We have the Frightful Fight update here for War. So to be honest, I don't know if this is new or if it's current already, but just a heads up, maybe it's just a delayed update here, but I do feel like it's already kind of live. But you can see choose your defenses and attack wisely, specific bonuses being applied there for Brimstone, Infestation, Astro, Starjammers, so forth. I feel like this is already in game, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Do correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, and then last but not least, I do want to point this out real quickly, guys. We do actually have a preview now of the new Danger Room specific cards that are going to be applicable to some of the characters that we can utilize. Remember, this Danger Room here, and I don't know if it's in previous day. Let's just take a look real quick. We head over to events. No, so it's not even here yet. So we have the Mysterious Rift that actually started yesterday, giving us some opportunities for some power cores there, as well as the Baxter Tower. But no, that's not on previous day yet. Remember, in a few days here, we are going to be getting the new Brimstone Immortal Weapons Danger Room. Honestly speaking, I think this is probably one of the most fun game content that we have right now. So I love every time that they announce Danger Room, especially since they usually feature it on the newest team or newest teams that have recently released, right? So it's awesome to see here. But this is the kind of the verbiage that we're seeing right now in the game files anyways, and giving us some insight on which potential teams are going to make the most sense. So whenever an Immortal Weapon ally assists, they're also going to be gaining offense up, defense, and additional speed bar. So that's pretty notable right there, because it means that if you're going to be an Immortal Weapon, they're going to have a lot of value right from the get-go. Brimstone and Undying characters count as Immortal Weapon. This is huge, guys, which means this is basically an Immortal Weapons party, and if you're able to add in more of these Brimstone and Undying characters, they're going to just, work off each other. They're going to synergize and really opening the door here for some theory crafting opportunities. Steel Serpent, Swordmaster, Lady Bullseye, there are maybe specific cards associated to them. So what does that mean? Well, it's kind of similar to what we've seen in the past, where we've seen some of these specific ones that benefit directly characters that are noted. It means that you need to have them either rented or available in your roster and using them in battle before they even have a chance of dropping. So just be mindful of that. It's also less likely for the majority of the public to have access to these three because of the fact that they're just recently released. Like even Swordmaster just came out yesterday. So I think our focus will probably be on Brimstone, because they also count as Immortal Weapons anyways. If Daemon Hellstrom is going to be an ally and an enemy does drop below 50% HP, he's clearing Death Proof from that enemy. He's also applying speed up and offense up to all allies. Pretty notable. He's going to play a very, very important part here. When any ally revives, clone an existing ally living mummy. Ooh, interesting. The clone cannot be revived and also has no passives. So basically just going to be, punching bag to mitigate damage, to sponge damage along the way to protect the team. When Living Mummy does use his ultimate, he applies revive once to all allies. Pretty notable, guys. And then lastly, if an Hellcat is an ally, when an ally does attack an enemy with trauma, she's going to also heal all allies for 2% of their max HP. So in other words, Brimstone is going to have the synergy here of immortal weapons, but these three notably, Hellcat, Daemon, as well as Living Mummy, I mean, thankfully they're all farmable right now as well in game, which is awesome to see, because this obviously helps us as well with the progression of this. So guys, what's my game plan? Well, it's all going to be tying back to value and what we need, right? Remember, Brimstone is the first team here for officially chapter 3, right? So they're going to be playing a very, very important part. Obviously, not just to the battle world progression that we've been doing with Sentry City, but as well, they have immediate value because they're going to be required to unlock Thunderstrike from the get-go. His legendary trials, I would say, probably a week or two away now at this point, because we're almost done the first month here. And usually it's in that start of the second month, so I would say give or take a couple weeks. And also, secondly, we just saw the PAX preview, right, of what's going to be adding value for them. More notably, like I said, Daemon, Hellcat, and Living Mummy. Because of them gaining those bonuses as an immortal weapons character, they're going to have synergy. Obviously, if you have other immortal weapons built up, it's going to be even better, because they're also going to be needing to be invested in anyways as a raid team. And then lastly, personally for myself, guys, I think I'm going to be bringing in Daemon as well as Living Mummy from the get-go. Maybe a Hellcat. Either way, I don't think we can go wrong. But I like the fact that Living Mummy is going to give some natural protection, with the fact that he does provide revives from the other from the moment that he uses his ultimate ability. And then finally, this is the icing on the cake for myself, is that remember that we're trying to push into the Blue Marvel event as we get more access to ISO Purple Form 5. But remember, in this section here for the non-mythic global characters, Brimstone is an absolute required team for what we know right now, because there isn't any better team in terms of gaining the synergies of the node itself, but as well as having them being classified as non-mythic global. So you can see typically the go-to team has been 4-piece Brimstone plus Old Man Logan. That's what's been successful. So honestly, I think this is the opportunity to build up Brimstone right now, because if you guys have been skipping and waiting to invest, I mean, right now Brimstone's checking off all the boxes, right? They're going to assist in the legendary unlock. They're going to assist with Blue Marvel progression if you do plan to progress and push further for this event in itself. And then also we have Danger Rooms also taking advantage of that in the meantime until immortal weapons does become more available. So there you guys have it. That's my game plan. I'm probably going to be starting off with Daemon. That's why he's at gear tier 20 for myself already, and as well as Living Mummy. And then we'll see if maybe I need to pivot it with Hellcat, but don't forget, they're going to be also required for Sentry City when that Battle World 2.0 does return. But, next week, be on the lookout for that. We got KNULL Shards coming, so that's definitely exciting, guys. Do let me know down in the comments below. Are you guys a fan? Are you looking forward to this? In just a couple days, we'll be back. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.